Ladies and gentlemen, let me start with a simple truth: life rewards effort, not excuses. We all have dreams, don't we? Ideas of a better life, a healthier body, a more meaningful career. But between where we are and where we want to be lies a single question: are you willing to try? Effort is the great equalizer. It doesn't discriminate, and it doesn't favor the privileged or the naturally gifted. It is available to everyone, no matter where they come from, what they have, or what they lack. Effort is the bridge between dreaming and achieving, between wishing and having. The beauty of effort lies in its simplicity. You don't have to be the best to start, but you must start to become the best. Effort means taking that first step, even when the path ahead seems unclear or uncertain. It's easy to talk about what we want, to make plans and set goals, but none of that matters without effort. You can have the most detailed blueprint for success, but if you don't put in the work to lay the first brick, the plan remains just an idea. Effort turns ideas into reality. Some people wait for the perfect moment to begin. They think they need to have everything figured out before they try. But the truth is, waiting for perfection is just another form of procrastination. The perfect moment doesn't exist. It's a myth that keeps people stuck. Effort teaches us that action, no matter how small or imperfect, is better than inaction. Even the tiniest step forward is progress, and every bit of effort compounds over time. Effort also separates those who dream from those who achieve. Everyone has dreams, but not everyone is willing to do what it takes to make them real. It's not talent, intelligence, or luck that makes the biggest difference. It's the willingness to show up every day and put in the work. Effort is the one thing you can control completely. You might not control circumstances, but you can control how much you try. Moreover, effort builds character. It teaches discipline, patience, and resilience. When you put in effort, you learn to push through discomfort, to keep going even when things get tough. Challenges are inevitable in any worthwhile pursuit, but effort helps you face them head on. Each time you overcome an obstacle through effort, you grow stronger, more confident, and more capable. Effort is also a teacher. Even when you don't succeed right away, your effort is never wasted. Every attempt teaches you something valuable: what works, what doesn't, and how to do better next time. Effort transforms failure from a setback into a stepping stone. Each try builds your skills, sharpens your focus, and brings you closer to success. Finally, effort is contagious. When you consistently put in the work, people notice. Effort inspires others. It attracts opportunities and builds trust. People respect those who are willing to work for what they want, and often doors will open simply because of your determination. Effort, in its essence, is the purest form of self-belief. It's saying to the world, I'm willing to do what it takes. It's proof that you're invested in your own growth and committed to becoming the best version of yourself. And that's a power no one can take away from you. Excuses are deceptive. They feel comforting in the moment, providing a way to justify inaction or failure, but they are ultimately traps that keep us from reaching our potential. When we make excuses, we tell ourselves a story that shifts responsibility away from us. It's easy to say, I didn't have enough time or I'm not ready yet, but every excuse builds a wall between where we are and where we could be. The danger of excuses lies in their subtlety. They don't come across as obvious obstacles. Instead, they appear reasonable, even rational. Life is busy, money is tight, opportunities seem scarce. There's always something we can point to as the reason we're not moving forward. But if you dig a little deeper, most excuses aren't about external circumstances, they're about fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of judgment, fear of stepping out of our comfort zone. Excuses give fear a voice, allowing it to dictate our choices and actions. Excuses rob us of accountability. When we make an excuse, we give up control over our own progress. We shift the blame to something outside of ourselves, circumstances, other people, or bad luck. But the truth is, as long as we're making excuses, we're giving away our power to change. Accountability is the cornerstone of growth. It requires us to say, this is on me, and take ownership of our efforts, our decisions, and ultimately our results. Without accountability, progress is impossible. Excuses also create a false sense of security. They provide a temporary escape from discomfort, but in the long run, they leave us stuck. Think about it every time you make an excuse not to start, not to try, or not to push harder. You're choosing short-term comfort over long-term success. And that comfort is fleeting. Eventually, you're left with the regret of missed opportunities, wondering what could have been if you had just tried. Another danger of excuses is that they compound over time. The more you make excuses, the easier it becomes to rely on them. They start to form a pattern, turning into a habit of avoidance. Instead of solving problems or finding ways to move forward, you default to finding reasons why you can't. This mindset creates a cycle of stagnation. Excuses prevent you from learning, adapting, and growing. Excuses also distort reality. They convince us that our limitations are permanent, that circumstances are immovable, and that we are powerless to change our situation. But in most cases, these limitations are self-imposed. Excuses magnify obstacles and minimize our ability to overcome them. They blind us to the resources, opportunities, and solutions that are often right in front of us. Perhaps the greatest danger of excuses is how they erode self-confidence. Every time you give in to an excuse, you send a message to yourself that you're not capable, not worthy, or not strong enough. Over time, this chips away at your belief in your own abilities. On the other hand, overcoming excuses, even in small ways, builds confidence and momentum. Action is the ultimate equalizer in life. No matter where you come from, what challenges you face, or how unfair your circumstances might seem, action has the power to create change. It's easy to get caught up in the belief that circumstances dictate our destiny, but this mindset is a trap. Circumstances are merely the starting point. It's what you do with them matters. Life is unpredictable. Some people are born into privilege, while others face adversity from the very beginning. But history is full of stories of individuals who rose above their circumstances through sheer determination and effort. They didn't wait for the perfect opportunity or ideal conditions to act. They moved forward despite the odds, proving that action is far more powerful than any obstacle. When you focus on action, you reclaim your power. You stop being a passive observer in your own life and become an active participant. It's not about ignoring the challenges or pretending they don't exist. It's about refusing to let them define you. Action is about saying, this is where I am, but it's not where I'm staying. It's the mindset that allows you to turn obstacles into stepping stones. The truth is, circumstances will never be perfect. There will always be reasons to hold back, whether it's a lack of resources, time, or support. But waiting for ideal conditions is a recipe for stagnation. Taking action, even when it feels inconvenient or uncomfortable, is what sets progress in motion. It's about using what you have where you are to move one step closer to where you want to be. Action doesn't have to be grand or dramatic to be effective. Small, consistent steps can lead to significant change over time. The act of doing, no matter how modest, creates momentum. And momentum is a powerful force. It builds confidence, opens doors, and is further action. Each step forward, no matter how small, chips away at the barriers in front of you. Circumstances may create limitations, but action reveals possibilities. When you act, you discover new opportunities, resources, and paths that were invisible before. Problems that seemed insurmountable begin to shrink as you tackle them piece by piece. Action transforms challenges from something overwhelming into something manageable. Furthermore, action shifts your perspective. Instead of dwelling on what's wrong or what's missing, you begin to focus on solutions. This shift in mindset is transformative. It trains you to see yourself as capable, resourceful, and resilient. It reminds you that while you can't control everything, you can control your response. Ultimately, action is what gives life meaning and direction. It's what separates those who dream from those who achieve. It's not about where you start, it's about what you do with what you have. While circumstances may set the stage, it's your actions that determine the outcome of the story. And every story, no matter how challenging, has the potential for greatness when shaped by consistent effort and determination. The compound effect is a principle that highlights the extraordinary power of small, consistent actions over time. It's easy to underestimate the impact of a single decision or habit, especially when the results aren't immediately visible. But over time, these seemingly insignificant choices accumulate, creating a momentum that can lead to extraordinary outcomes. The key lies in consistency and patience, allowing the power of compounding to work its magic. Think of it like planting a seed. On the first day, there's no visible change. Even after weeks of watering and care, the progress might seem minimal. But beneath the surface, roots are spreading, setting the foundation for growth. Eventually, a small sprout appears, followed by steady and consistent growth into a strong, towering tree. This is the essence of the compound effect progress that starts slow but accelerates as time goes on. The challenge for most people is patience. In today's fast-paced world, we're conditioned to expect instant results. When we don't see immediate rewards for our efforts, we're tempted to give up or change course. But the compound effect requires faith in the process. It demands that we trust the incremental steps we're taking, Even when the results are not yet visible, the truth is the greatest transformations happen gradually. Consider personal finances as an example. Saving a small amount of money regularly might not seem like much at first. But over months and years, as interest accumulates and contributions add up, the results can be astonishing. This same principle applies to every area of life, health, relationships, skills, or personal growth. A single workout won't transform your body, but a consistent routine will. Reading a page a day won't make you an expert overnight, but it will broaden your knowledge significantly over time. The compound effect doesn't just apply to positive habits, it works for negative ones too. Small, seemingly harmless choices like skipping exercise or indulging in junk food regularly can snowball into serious consequences over time. It's a reminder that every choice matters, no matter how insignificant it may seem in the moment. The results of these choices might not be immediate, but they're inevitable. Another powerful aspect of the compound effect is its ability to create momentum. When you start seeing progress, no matter how small, it fuels your motivation to keep going. This creates a positive feedback loop where success breeds more effort, and effort leads to greater success. Over time, this momentum becomes unstoppable, driving you toward your goals with increasing speed and efficiency. The compound effect also teaches discipline and intentionality. It requires you to take ownership of your choices and recognize that the little things you do each day matter. It's about being mindful of your habits and understanding that each small action contributes to a larger outcome. By focusing on consistent, positive actions and trusting in the process, you can achieve results that far exceed what you initially imagined. The compound effect is proof that the path to greatness is built one small step at a time. Failure is often seen as something to avoid, a sign of weakness or inadequacy. Yet, failure is one of life's most powerful teachers and an essential part of any journey towards success. It provides lessons that success never could, revealing areas for growth, testing our resilience, and sharpening our determination. The key lies in how we choose to respond to failure. Instead of letting it defeat us, we can use it as fuel to propel us forward, transforming setbacks into stepping stones. Failure forces us to confront reality. It strips away illusions and brings clarity to what isn't working. This is not a negative thing, it's an opportunity. When something doesn't go as planned, it's a chance to reassess, refine, and adjust our approach. Failure highlights weaknesses in our strategies or gaps in our knowledge, guiding us toward improvement. Without it, we might continue down a path that isn't serving us, unaware of the need for change. Beyond providing lessons, failure builds resilience. Every time we fall and get back up, we grow stronger. Resilience is not about never failing, it's about refusing to stay down. The act of rising after a fall reinforces our inner strength and proves to ourselves that we can handle challenges. This resilience becomes a critical resource as we face future obstacles, allowing us to persevere through difficulties with greater confidence. Failure also tests our commitment to our goals. When things go wrong, it's easy to question whether the effort is worth it. But these moments of doubt can serve as reminders of why we started in the first place. If a goal is truly important, failure can reignite our passion and strengthen our resolve to keep going. It challenges us to dig deeper, to push past discouragement, and to reaffirm our belief in what we're working toward. Moreover, failure often leads to innovation and creativity. Some of the greatest breakthroughs in history were born from failure. When a plan doesn't work, it forces us to think outside the box and explore new possibilities. The willingness to experiment and take risks, knowing that failure is part of the process, is what drives progress. Failure encourages adaptability and fosters a mindset of continuous learning, both of which are essential for long-term success. Another powerful aspect of failure is its ability to humble us. Success can sometimes lead to complacency or overconfidence, but failure keeps us grounded. It reminds us that there's always more to learn and areas to grow. This humility is a strength as it opens us up to feedback, collaboration, and new perspectives. It ensures that we remain teachable and willing to evolve. Finally, failure provides a unique sense of perspective. It reminds us that setbacks are temporary and that progress is rarely linear. Success is not about avoiding failure, but about persevering through it. When we embrace failure as part of the journey, we strip it of its power to hold us back. Instead, we transform it into fuel energy that drives us to try again, work harder, and achieve more than we ever thought possible. Opportunity is one of the few things in life that transcends boundaries. It doesn't care where you were born, what you look like, or what resources you start with. While circumstances may differ from person to person to person, the essence of opportunity lies in the choices we make and the actions we take. The universal opportunity is the ability to grow, improve, and strive for something better. It's a chance that exists for anyone willing to seize it, no matter their background or starting point. Every day is an opportunity to begin again. Life doesn't stand still, it moves forward, offering countless chances to learn, adapt, and progress. The mistake many people make is waiting for a perfect moment to take action. They think they need ideal conditions, better timing, or more resources. But opportunity doesn't announce itself with fanfare. It's often disguised in hard work, small decisions, and incremental progress. Those who recognize this understand that the universal opportunity is not about having everything you need up front. It's about making the most of what you already have.